Now, the 16th race of the 2025 Formula One season was the Italian Grand Prix at Monza. So, for the Italian Grand Prix, the Formula One grid, returned from the summer break, and the championship battle was getting exciting here. So, for the qualifying session, Max Verstappen put it on pole position, and Lando Norris was in second, and then Oscar Piastri was in third. So, for the whole season, these three drivers, they've been occupying the top three qualifying positions. It's only maybe Charles Leclerc who, took a pole position, and upset the odds at the Hungarian Grand Prix. So, going into the race, Max Verstappen, kept the lead into turn one. It was a big fight between Max and Norris. So Max went off at turn one, but he cut the corner, so he kept the lead. And then Lando was complaining on the radio saying, "Look, Max cut the corner, so he's got so that's illegal." So Max was told by the Red Bull team on lap two, to give before lap two started to give the position back. So Max ended up giving the position back to Lando Norris. Okay, and then he gave the position back on lap two, and then 2 laps after on lap four, Max Verstappen ended up passing Lando Norris for the lead of the Italian Grand Prix. And here, a lot of people didn't understand why, Red Bull had so much pace. The reason why Red Bull has so much pace is that they made some adjustment to the rear wing, to put more straight line speed. So the Red Bull was really, really quick here, and it was the better car than the McLaren, and probably the first time the whole season that the Red Bull has had more pace than the McLaren, So even the other victories that Max had taken, he took it by sheer driver skill. So Oscar Piastri took third position from Charles Leclerc, and then on lap 38, Max Verstappen pitted for his only, pit stop because it was a one-stop race. And then between the McLarens, there was a slow pit stop for Lando, from second position, and that allowed Oscar into second position. But McLaren then told Oscar position to give the position back to Lando Norris, which wasn't really, really good for him. So they told Oscar Piastri give the position back to Lando Norris, and he wasn't really, really happy with that. But that's the McLaren rules, and that's what they were dealing with. So that's what happened. So in the end, Max Verstappen won the Italian Grand Prix by dominating by 19.2 seconds from Lando Norris and then Oscar Piastri. So Max was in first position. He took the 25 points. Then Lando Norris was in second. He took the 18 points. Then Oscar Piastri was in third. He took 15 points. So the Drivers' Championship standings after the Italian Grand Prix, the 16th race of the season, was in first position. You had Oscar Piastri with 324 points. Then you had Lando Norris in second position with 293 points. So Lando Norris was 31 points down on Oscar Piastri because he scored a few points. He scored 3 points more in that race. And then Max Verstappen closed in on both drivers a little bit. So Oscar Piastri had 324 and Max had 230. So Max was about 94 points behind Oscar. And, 73 points behind, Lando. So it still was a long shot for Max, to come back in the championship. But he was building the momentum after the summer break and, making the season exciting.